All right, today's video is chapter 4. This is the second chapter we did this year. It's on slopes, lines, and graphing. So plotting points, that's easy. Remember it's x comma y. So it would be -2 comma 3. So -2 to the left and then the y direction 3. And then number 2, going backwards, writing the coordinates of b. This one is 3 in the x, but -3 in the y. So 3 comma -3. Now we're into graphing lines. So graph the line y equals -3. That's a Vuxhoy. So if it's y, it's horizontal. So you're going to make a horizontal line where y is always down at -3. And now we're on to slope. The formula to find slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so let's plug those in. So this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. So you just got to plug them in. So it's 5 minus a -1, but minus a negative becomes plus a plus. And then for the x's, it's 4 minus a -2, but again, minus a negative becomes plus plus. And then if you guys finish it off, 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 2 is 6, so the slope is just 1. Another way to find slope is by counting rise over run on a graph. So if you can find 2 nice points, any 2, you can just count up to right 3, up to right 3, up to right 3. So the slope is 2/3. Rise over run. And then we got into graphing lines. If it's in the form y equals mx plus b, you begin with the b, which is the y-intercept, and then you move with the m, which is the slope. And this one is down to right 1, down to right 1, or could be up to left 1. And then connect the dots, and there you go. Now you guys, I'm going to change this problem. So can you change this to, let's make it 2x minus 4y equals 16. And instead of slope and y-intercept, I want x-intercept and y-intercept. So do you guys remember how to do that? So the x-intercept is when you cover up the y. Remember the cover up method? So if you cover up the y and solve for x, 2x equals 16, so x would be 8. So the x-intercept is 8. Now the y-intercept is when you cover up x and you solve for y. So if you solve this, divide both sides by -4, then the y-intercept would be -4. So x-intercept and y-intercept. And then number 8 is graphing an inequality. For these, remember you have to get it in y equals mx plus b form. All right, so we're going to start by adding the x to the other side. So it's 2y is greater than x minus 8. You're trying to get y alone. And then we have to divide every single piece by 2. So we get y is greater than, this is really 1/2 x minus 4. Because there's a secret one here. And then to graph, it's going to be begin at -4. It's up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. If it's greater, that means it's a dashed line, and we shade everything above. Okay, so be careful on these problems. You have to get y alone first. All right, nice job, guys. After this, you can move on to the multiple choice.